Hey guys, it's Admiral Polo here today, and I have a guide on how to slay jungle strikeworms. We'll start off with some requirements for this task. You must have 73 Slayer, and jungle strikeworms must be your Slayer task to be able to kill them. I'd recommend having at least 70 plus attack strength and defense, although this could be done with lower levels. I highly recommend having 68 plus summoning. This is for a Bunyip, 79 for a Fire Titan, and 88 for a Unicorn. This will be explained later on in the guide. Although 68 summoning is not a requirement, it would make this task a lot easier. Also, please note that this task is not easily AFK'd. This is due to the Strkewyrm's special attack, which will be explained later in this guide in more detail. So I'm going to now explain to you some of the gear setups that you could use to slay jungle strikeworms. This is the gear I'd recommend using while you're killing jungle strikeworms: a full Slayer helmet or a black mask, Bando's chestplate, fighter torso, or any of the Barros armors, legs, Bando's tassets, or any of the Barros armors, gloves, recipe for disaster gloves or a regen bracelet, dragon boots, that's pretty obvious, an amulet of fury or an amulet of glory, fire cape if you're using a slashing weapon, Ardenuge cloak 3 if you're using a stabbing weapon such as the chaotic rapier, a skill cape or an obsidian cape, a chaotic rapier, a chaotic longsword, or an abyssal whip. For a special weapon, I'd recommend dragon claws, karasi sword, or a dragon dagger. For a ring, a berserker ring if you're using a slashing weapon, and if you have it, an onyx ring would be great for using a stabbing weapon. Otherwise, the berserker ring can be used in combination with the rapier. And a warrior ring if you cannot afford those two of the more expensive options. Summoning can help you a great deal while you slay jungle strikeworms. I would recommend having at least 68 summoning to be able to use a Bunyip. Although a Bunyip works fine, if you happen to have 79 summoning, a Fire Titan would be even more useful. If you even have 88 summoning, then a Unicorn would ensure that you survive on the task, although you'll have no problem completing the task with a Bunyip or a Fire Titan. If you decide to bring a Fire Titan or a Unicorn, you will need the scrolls to be able to use the healing effect, whereas if you just bring a Bunyip, it will heal you over time and without the use of scrolls. Some information about jungle strikeworms: that they are combat level 110, they have 1100 hit points, and they will give you 110 Slayer XP. They attack with melee and magic. They also have a special attack which will hit 300 damage if you do not avoid it. I will explain this more in depth later on in the guide. Their maximum hit is 87 with their melee and magic, although the special will hit 300 if it is not avoided. The jungle strikeworms can also poison you. Some of the notable drops are they're the only creature to drop the Hex Crest, which right now is only worth about 57,600 GP. And they also drop many runes and noted items. You'll see these at the end of the guide. Alright, and now I will be showing you guys my inventory, my spec weapon, and how to get there, and some other quick tips on how to kill jungle strikeworms. Please note that you must have them as a Slayer task to be able to kill them. For inventory, you want to bring your special weapon, mine are dragon claws, 2 anti-poison plus. Sometimes you won't need the second one, but I choose to bring it just in case. A spare monkfish in case you need extra healing. 2 supersets, these can be changed for extremes if you have them. A Bunyip for healing, you could use a Unicorn Stallion, or a Fire Titan, or a Unicorn Stallion is an upgrade from this, but Bunyip works just fine. A Ring of Dueling to get to where I am now, which is mobilizing armies. Enchanted Gem to tell how many you have left if you're impatient like myself. And some teleports to get out. So once you teleport to mobilizing armies, all you have to do is simply run up the coastline. It's really simple to get here. And on my way here, I'll show you guys quickly my gear, even though I've already went over it. Bandos, Berserker Ring, Whip, and Defender. Alright, now that we are here, you see these mound things that are moving around. You must investigate them by clicking on them to have the jungle strikeworms attack you. I choose to pick up all noted drops, and runes and anything that's stackable. And obviously, as I said earlier, they do drop the Hex Crest. And let's get started. Once you investigate a mound, they will pop up, and I choose to pot up. Here they are, pot, and now you can spec if you brought a spec weapon. Although a spec weapon is not required, it's recommended as it speeds up your task. And that would be right there, a perfect example of what I was just about to explain. As you saw there, the jungle strikeworm buried into the ground and then popped up at me. This is its special move. This can be prevented by standing right next to a solid object like these rocks, like I am here, or a tree. Although that move is easy to avoid, I was not expecting it to be that early. So the only thing you have to do is if you do see it burrow into the ground, just simply click off, and if you're 2 spaces away, you will be able to avoid the attack. So, as I said just now, if I'm standing here, it will prevent it from happening, so the jungle strikeworm will not use its attack. But, as I said, if it does, don't worry. That's why you brought the extra monkfish. If you screw up 2 spots in a row, and there's some pure essence, good drop to pick up. You get a lot of that. I will be showing you guys my loot after, after this task is over. So, I will be back after this task. Alright guys, I've now finished the task. Here's my loot. It took me approximately an hour. As you can see, I did have to go into the second anti-poison ++, which is why I bring it. You get minimal charms from this task, but you get some interesting loot. I did not get a Hexacrest, sadly, but I will be price checking here the loot for you. And I did pick up the coins, just for those of you guys who like to pick up the coins. I'm not one of those people. But I was able to manage about 200k, and this cost me like, I don't know, 20k. And for Slayer XP, I got about 15k Slayer XP. That again is approximately, it could be a little more, a little less, I don't know. So I could have sped it up, so this isn't the fastest. I'm normally able to do these in like 45 minutes. But I had dinner during the task, and this task is not one of those easily AFKable ones, since you have to be careful of the wyverns attacking you with their special. And I think I got like 30k attack, or no, you can see up here, I got like 30 to 40k attack XP. That's, again, approximately, because I didn't check. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I hope this guide helped you. I'll see you guys next time.